In April 2018, I had a birthday party and my younger brother came over and he and I are super close, right? And that evening, after all the guests had left, I remember I was teasing him about the fact that he didn't show up with the dates and about the fact that he was still single. I mean, like, look at the guy, 6'1", dark, rugged, good looks. What excuse does he have? But what initially started as a lighthearted joke turned out to be something a bit more serious. And what he shared with me that night was the reality of being a single guy in a busy, connected city, but still feeling very lonely. And Dari had always been someone who was big on goal setting, but finding a committed partner didn't seem to be something he could goal set his way towards. And so I asked him the next logical question, which is, have you tried a dating app? And what he said was, well, actually, why don't I let him tell you in his own words?
I got on one of the biggest dating apps in the world. And when I got on the app, I saw quite some exciting pictures, right? And after a couple of tries, I actually eventually met someone that I thought, okay, was really good. We eventually went on a date, but that date was quite different because I just felt that the person I met in person was different from the profile I'd seen on the app. And I just thought it was a very painful experience. And that was when I decided that I wasn't doing dating apps anymore.
As human beings, we're wired to connect. And I think we Africans, with our cultural communal heritage, feel that even more keenly. But when Debbie and I spoke that night, it was clear that although there are many more ways to connect than ever before, there are many people still who struggle with feelings of loneliness and isolation. And most of the current online dating experiences are very two-dimensional. They don't let you get a glimpse of a person's personality or who they really are. And because of that, many Africans quickly give up on the online dating experience. So we set out to solve for that. Now, we had a few theories when we started out, and we built that into an MVP. What we really wanted to do was to make sure our users had a way to showcase a lot more of their personality. And so we put in a lot of prompts to get people to write like deeper, lengthier bios. But most of our users couldn't be bothered to use them. And I remember when we spoke to one of our beta test users at the time, he still said it was a very painful trial and error process. You would kind of look at some of the bios, they would match, they would chat, and you would figure out they're like from different worlds. And so I asked her a question which would totally shape and define the path that Trueflutter eventually went on. And so what I asked her was, look, if I had a barbecue party and there were 10 eligible guys by the grill, how would you know the kind of person you wanted to date? And the response she gave was the light bulb moment for us. So what she said was, look, if I simply listen to them speak for the first 30 seconds or so, I would immediately be able to tell the sort of people that I would want to have a further conversation with. And for me, that was like such a light bulb moment. I kind of felt like Isaac Newton when the apple dropped on his head. And because, this would be super relevant anywhere in the world, but for Africans especially, right? We have so many different socioeconomic and cultural groups, but when you listen to the way a person sounds, you can tell so much about their background. And so we just figured was the direction we needed to go. And we built in an audio bio feature into the app that would let you hear what a person sounds like. And it made so much sense, right? We already knew from our MVP that the people with the highest number of hits on their dating profile were the guys who were like more good looking or the girls who were more good looking, which is really what all the big dating apps are like. But this audio bio feature would totally level the playing field and give everyone an equally strong chance to make a strong first impression. Everyone would be able to find someone they could connect with. We wanted to make sure no African would ever feel lonely. And this was the first step in making that a reality. And to really get the full picture of what that's like, why don't I just demo it to you?
So basically, I'm a foodie, I'm an entrepreneur, and I love life. I'm passionate about Jesus and things of God, and I like people who are hardworking and are not afraid to get their hands dirty. I also love to read, and I like cooking and trying out new recipes on people. So if you want to be close to me, you need to be ready to eat.
And to make sure that when users are responding to this or sending connection requests, we also made it possible to add a voice text in response to a person's bio or just, as a fresh out request. Hey, Amina, that is such a fascinating bio you have there. You're hardworking, you love Jesus, you love to cook. Where have you been all my life? I would love to connect. We have a strong team that looks like they were born to do this. Dari and I were brothers and we're co-founders. Dari has a background in project management. For the last 2 years, he's been a professional matchmaker, and he has hosted the largest speed dating event ever to happen in Nigeria. My background is in psycholinguistics, user acquisition, and marketing. So a lot of the audio compatibility features that were built into the app, as well as the marketing and user acquisition plans, a lot of that has come from me. Matt Fordas is our technology lead, and he has a background in back-end engineering, and for the last 4 years has worked as a front-end engineer, specializing in React Native. And so everything to do with the tech side of things, he's handled. Together, we've built a product that our users really, really love. And by the way, one more thing. Remember I told you that we started Trueflutter to solve a specific problem that Dari had? Well, I'm glad to let you know that Dari met his wife on the MVP version of Trueflutter. But so did Mavis and Soji, and so did Jennifer and Yemi, and so have many, many, many other people. To be honest with you, on Trueflutter, it doesn't really matter whether you're looking for someone to get married to or just looking to go out on a date with somebody that truly connects with you, whether you're 22 years old or you are 62 years old. Our goal is to make sure no African ever has to be lonely. And we've built a platform for Africans that is helping to make that a reality. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. My contact details are right here on the screen, and I would really love to hear from you. Take care.